Hey everyone, it's Libby from maighstirtarot. I'd like to acknowledge the Worimi First Nations people, that's WORIMI, and welcome to you, your guides, my guides, and the universal energies. Entertainment only. I was not going to come on today, but I mean, theoretically, because it's just me and the furs at home at the moment, theoretically, I should actually just be breaking into the Easter chocolates and putting a good movie on. But I couldn't settle. I honestly could not settle, which was just so bizarre. Well, it wasn't bizarre. My guides wanted me to have a look at the Orange Twerp's house, so I've done that. But what I also want to do is, while I'm here, I'll have a look at a couple of other things and get them off the table and out of the way, because this week's feeling somewhat interesting, allegedly via Untruth Social or Trash Social, whatever you want to call it. I would put pounds to peanuts money on it being either Miller or Heggs or both in a drunken stupor after snorting a few things, allegedly, posting threats and 48 hours and then we're going to wipe out absolutely everything. Well, good luck with that. When I read that, I got the real image of near the end of Matrix, the first movie, of Smith. Boom, 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 boom into Neo in that corridor, in that hallway. And Neo just standing there. Remember how he just stood there with the hand and he just absorbed it all and it meant nothing? That feels like Persia. This feels like the US. So really hoping. And yeah, posting about plans on the international scene. I don't think it was the Orange Twerp. I think it was either Heggs or Miller or both. And the Wheel of Fortune karma is about to come and bite them on the bum big time. Now, what I want to have a look in this particular reading, though, is Blondie's gone. Guides picked it. I'm getting Levitt will resign earlier than her maternity date. But I think the next one to go will actually be Petal. I know David from Tarot by the Bay did a reading and he was getting Tulsi. I mean, goodness me, it's, which one do you pick next? It's like fish in a barrel at the moment. Looking at options. Which one do you pick next? Because any of them could be on the chopping block, but I think one of them's finding themselves more and more isolated and out in the cold, and I think that's Petal. If you're wondering who Petal is, Kashmir Petal. You know who I'm talking about, the FBI dude. Absolutely messed up big time on the CK case. My guide said at the time, I read on it months and months and months ago when CK was taken out, that it was not by Riley, and there was no way it was by Riley, and it was a targeted professional. What's come out now is that the actual bullet that was retrieved did not match Riley's gun. Gee, strange that. Okay, so what I want to have a look at, though, in this particular one, Plastic Pam is gone. You're coming for a cuddle. Yeah, coming for a cuddle. That's my spotty dog with his waggly tail. Must be getting nearly dinner time, is it? Okay. Yeah, let me read this one and I'll yeah, he's giving me the good old nudge. Come on, Mum, it's dinner time. Nearly, not quite. Daylight savings finished the other day. It's absolutely thrown everybody. What I want to have a look at, though, can't do a reading without the tower. I was just checking I had them up the right way. Plastic Pam is gone. She's still down to front Congress, I think, on the 14th. So what are we looking at? We're looking at 8 days' time. Massey has come out and said to Blanche, Oh, good. Now you've got 30 days to release or be in contempt, release the epi-files or be in contempt. So I'm just going to have a quick look about whether Plastic Pam will still be forced to confront, right? There's the epi documents or or work going on behind the scenes. This might be the repubs trying to work out how they can get her out of it. Do not be surprised, because it's the money trails that are most important. Now this is poking out. There's the epi-files themselves. So the challenge is the epi-files themselves, and it's the money trail. Posted something in my post section that one of my lovely viewers sent me, and I'm just seeing what's on the bottom there, trying to keep things hidden, the hidden agenda, the High Priestess, about the French with the Rothschild, with the warrant, went into the office and took a heap of documents. Well, it's all linking in, and Rothschild was one of the money launderers. We also know Nutlick was as well. If you're wondering who Nutlick is, his first name I believe is Howard. Okay, let's see where we go. So we got the High Priestess here at the bottom. So will Plastic Pam still testify? I think the GOP might be working on a way not to. However, I think it's a yes. I think it's a yes, and it's going to be questions on the money trail to do with the epi files or simply the documents. Why did they not get released? In the past, keeping them covered up, just dribbling dribs and drabs out. That's in the past. So we've got here the High Priestess, the feminine energy protecting. It's also a card for is not real. And we know that Epps was an agent for is not real. There's just so many involved. There's so many involved. And we've got all that, is it APEC, AIPAC money or something? American is not real PAC, that a lot of the lawmakers got money from. Yeah, both sides. So the energy underneath it all is the control of is not real. Okay, let's see where we go. Oh, there's the Emperor on the top, trying to dictate the conditions, my way or the highway. The Orange Dictator, let's see where it goes. Then we've got the Empress. Husky. Or could simply be bringing forward a lot of something new. I don't think Pam will, but let's see where this goes. Three of Cups, circling the wagons, externally, internally, trying to keep a lid on the situation. She might sit there and say nothing. Was it Plastic Pam that said, oh, but the Dow is up? Like, as if that has absolutely anything to do whether you release the Epps files or not. What a load of crock. It's down now. She might sit there like the Queen on the throne, pleading the fifth, because I believe as a private citizen she can now. As the Attorney General, she couldn't. Circling the wagons to keep a lid on things. Oh, and there's, guarding the secrets. The Moon card. There's the Hermit shining a light in the dark. It's all to do with the money, but also I think keeping isolated as well. It's all to do with the wealthy and Pammy herself finding herself legally restricted due to her connections with the Orange Twerp, the contracts and agreements. Okay. The legislators, the Queen of Wands. This also could be internal strategy with the Queen of Wands, internal plan working together behind the scenes about what to do. Then you've got the lawmakers, and then you've got the Sun card. Now you've got the Two of Swords. Which way legally does Blondie go? Plastic Pam. On the back foot, defensive. Fight of her life. And then the Ten of Swords. Wheel of Fortune. The abuse of power, betrayal, deceit. And the Magician and the Orange Twerp. Now, this is interesting given the reading I just did first up about the fact that this is not the Orange Twerp. I do apologise. This is the moneyed oligarchs. They're desperate to stay hidden still. It's all about the money trail, manipulation, abuse of power, the Wheel of Fortune. But here, she's going to be in a position of having to decide legally which way she goes, because if she continues to protect these moneyed oligarchs, she's going to end up in prison herself. She has the option to shine a light on the path forward or keep the information isolated. I think she's still going to go, but she's going to be put in a position of she either answers the questions and gets in trouble, or she deflects and doesn't answer the questions and ends in really big trouble. Now, was Plastic Pam promised a pardon? The Temperance, Pam herself, and the Ace of Wands. Got the pardon there. Page of Swords on the defensive, Sun card, and having to decide which way to go forward, and she's in this nightmare situation. Trying to spin it. There's Pam herself, and she's got a lot of information. Oh, sorry, let me bring you down a bit further. Sorry about that. She's got a lot of information to bring forward. She may have to come up with a new plan, because I think she thought she was going to get a pardon, but he's going to hang on. They're going to be, for some reason, she can't unlock one. And this is the whistleblower. Does she turn into a whistleblower? Because she knows legally she has two options, and one is to tell. Let's have a look. Now, if the Orange Twerp is not capable of giving a pardon, which I don't think he will be, but that doesn't mean that they won't auto-pen some pardons. I'm seeing Miller behind the table with the auto-pen, deciding who to give the pardons to, and she's not one of them for whatever reason. He's such an evil little piece of shite. Miller, is Bondi? Oh. I'm not even going to look at Blanche. It feels so irrelevant. What's that? Justice. Justice. Wheel of Fortune. Downfall. She has a decision to make. Ten of Wands. Ten of Cups. Look, 3 tens. And then you've got the Knight of Cups, something to offer. Offering it up. 1, 2, 3 tens. Out of 7 cards. Trying to keep a lid on things. Rah-rah from the White House. But rejection with that 4 of Cups. Page of Pentacles. Rejection. She's asking for a pardon. It gets rejected. And then we've got the Judgment card. Oh boy, oh boy. Then got Biden and the false victory. Looking at the votes. Dark finagling behind the scenes, the legislators and the military. I mean, she knows more than just the epi-files, trust me. This one keeps coming up for her. She's got a really important decision to make, because here we've got justice and karma coming and biting her on the backside. And then you've got these 3 tens. Messaging burden, legal burden, voter burden. And they're all ending cards. Trying to keep a lid on the situation inside the White House. She's trying to, what she wants is not coming for her. What she's asked for, not been given. No, they're going to hang on to them. Okay, I'm going to leave that there. I think she has asked for a pardon. I don't think she's going to, oh gosh, what did I just see? Sun card, walking away, the world, the documents, and a cleansing. I'm not saying that she's going to spill the secrets, but on the top, that's my Bondi card and the Moon card. Secrets being revealed. She's going to have a really important decision to be made. We've often seen women plural taking her down, not just one particular woman, but women plural. But I think if she doesn't get this pardon, she might turn, but I can just see Miller. Miller's there with whatever that auto pen thing is. I don't even know what it is. It looks like he's got a Sharpie, but it's, you know, when you had, because this is me showing my age, you had a pen this end and then you had that retractable back and forth, you know, thing that crossed over like that. And when you signed this end, it would sign over there as well. I can see Miller at the desk with the Sharpie doing this on this end, and there's one going over there at that end as well. And I can only assume that that's my guys showing me an image of what they think an auto pen is. Okay, I'm going to leave that there. I'm not even going to look at Todd Blanche. I just don't even think anything that he has to bring to the table is relevant at this stage. Okay, deep breath. Now I'm going to go and indulge in some chocolate. I shall catch you later.